Hi, it's Vex, and today we are going back. That's right, Modern Horizons 2 is on the horizon. See, nice play mat there. And we're going back to Modern Horizons 1. Do a little retrospective revisiting Modern Horizons 1, the set that started the craziness. Now, Modern Horizons 1 was released in 2019 summer, about 2 years ago from the day of this recording, right before Modern Horizons 2 releases. And no, there's no variants, no set box. There's just one draft box. The price is really good for the value that came with it. So about like $7 a pack. Now Modern Horizons 2 is coming out at like $10, $12 a pack. Ridiculous. I don't think there's I think there's good, very powerful cards in Modern Horizons 2, but not broken cards. But anyways, let's talk about Modern Horizons 1. No additional variants, just plain, 15 rare, 15 mythic rare, 53 rare set. I think Wizards has figured out a way to sell more packs and make each individual mythic rarer by having 20 mythics, plus the 4 reprint slot mythics. So they have 24 mythics versus the 15. So as a collector, which I am, it's going to be super hard to collect Modern Horizons 2. I think what I'm doing is just collect the base set only. No variants, and just keep the extra variants, somewhere else. Anyways, let's just go through here. So people are calling this Commander Horizons because there's a lot of Commander cards, but there are a lot of Modern cards that broke Modern, like Hogak and such. There are a lot of Commander cards. I think each set nowadays is essentially 50% Commander, 50% wherever else the format that matters. For instance, Morophon the Boundless, it's a Changeling 7 mana, but it's a 5 color. This is basically a Commander card. I got this in foil. It's really cool here. You got cool callbacks like Astral Drift, kind of like callback to Astral Slide, but it has cycling itself, so it's pretty cool. You got Slivers back in here, Ephemerate, which is insanely good with the new Grief card. People love Blink strategies. First Slivers Chosen. So you get a lot of cool things. Battle Screech, I think that was a reprint. So yes, Modern Horizons contain reprints from sets that are not legal in Modern. And this is a direct-to-Modern set, skipping Standard, with a much higher power level, as we can see by all the bannings. But some cards, Battle Screech was, I think, from a previous set. I forgot what set it is. Modern Horizons 2 has a little watermark, so you know what set it was from. You can see it had some cool color-shifted cards, Generous Gift. That was Beast Within, so this gave White a lot of power. I mean, this is 100% Commander card. We know that. It gave White an insane amount of power boost, could destroy any permanent. Amazing. Had the free cards, Force of Virtue, the Forces. I wish wasn't named Force of, because Force of is such a powerful evocative name, but I guess Force of Negation is a good card. Riffs off old cards, Giver of Ruins, like Mother of Ruins. Except for this can do protection from colorless. Mother of Ruins cannot. So if you're playing a Mother of Ruins deck against an artifact deck, does nothing. Back to like Savannah Lions, King of the Pride, stuff like that. So it's pretty neat. Sarah got her own card, Planeswalker. Sagothian Angel was like a mini Sarah Angel. Ranger Captain of Eos, like Captain. What is this? Ranger of Eos, but he's a captain on thin ice, kind of like Chained to the Rocks. So a lot of cool callbacks. It's really cool. Avacyn Restored, Reprohibition, a lot of good limited cards. Sisay was back, 5 color Commander, Super Friends. You had some Manifest cards. So it's really cool to see all these cards come back. Wall of 1,000 Cuts, like Wall of Swords. Wing Shards was a reprint. You have cool new cards like Archmage's Charm. So they didn't print a cycle of charms. I think Modern Horizons 2 has a non-cycle. Maybe they have a charm here and there. They have a command, a green command or something. Anyways, let's back to here. I keep getting distracted by Modern Horizons 2, but Vesper Lark. So it's just cool to look back here. Bizarre Trade Made, Bizarre Baghdad on a creature, ETB. They have Port on a creature now. Choking Tethers was a reprint, I believe. Echo of Aeons right here. So this page is a very good page right here. Force of Negation. This is the most iconic card of the set. This actually changed the change Modern, change Legacy, because not only can you not, do a spell for on your turn when your opponent's tapped out, you can get countered easily. It's just it added 2 more forces additional 4 more forces, up to 8 in Legacy. Usually people play 2 in their deck, that's why I said 2. Echo of Aeons, now you have a Time Twister variant that has flashback of the Time Twister cost. So that's really cool. Fact of Fiction came into Modern. Here, Future Sight came into Modern. Yeah, but this is just such a different power level. It just warped Eternal formats around having so many good answers. So you see Future Sight's the name of the set. Mirrodin Besieged, so they made another name of the set come in. I think in Modern Horizons 2 they have Urza Saga, so there's more names of set. Little Mana War came in, but Reflector Mage just blows out of the water. But it's cool to see cards reprinted. Phantom Ninja, right there. Pondering Mage, a little Ponder Mage that does the Ponder. Here, Rebuild was there. I think we had Hercule's Recall in Modern. Now we have Rebuild. They continued the Mage cycle with Tribute Mage, CMC2. They broke a lot of artifact decks with Urza. Oh my god, this thing's broken in Commander. Powerful in Legacy. Was powerful in Modern until they banned, Oko, Astrolabe, Mystic Sanctuary. They literally banned the whole deck. All Opal. They banned all parts of the deck. Imagine if all those were legal with Urza. Back in the day, that was insane. That was just insane. We have Cabal Therapist, like Cabal Therapy. I do not think they'll put Cabal Therapy inside of Modern ever. But Karen Feeder got into Modern, so you do Zombie Bombardment. I know Goblin Bombardment got into Modern Horizons too, so it's really exciting to see that. You got another Force Cycle. The only good Force Cycle cards is the green one, Force of Virtue and Force of Negation. Force of Despair I've seen used initially, but now no one uses it. The red one's just forgettable. We have Changeling Outcast. This is really good in Legacy Ninjas. I wish Modern had more ninja cards, but Modern does not have Eureka. I don't think Modern will ever get Eureka since it has the word Commander on it. So maybe one day ninjas will be good in Modern. A snowboard wipe. Dead of Winter. And they finally finished the Ling cycle with Morphling, Torchling, Thornling, Brightling, then finally Endling in here. So that cycle took 20 years to finish. More ninjas. Nether Spirit came back. Let's see what else here. Plague Engineer. This is the most ridiculous card. I kind of wish they didn't print this. I know they had Engineered Plague, but Plague Engineer here is just like if you're playing elves, like they're all 1/1 creatures. Goblins are 1/1 creatures. Like all the popular tribes are 1/1 are small creatures, and Plague Engineer just says goodbye. And now with the new grand name update, all infect creatures now have Phyrexian name type. So Plague Engineer hosts that, and they're all 1/1 creatures too. So Plague Engineer is just such a beating, man. People just want to play their tribes, like squirrels, right? Squirrels in Modern, they're all 1/1s. Bam, Plague Engineer takes care of that. So I'm very sad about that Plague Engineer. I wish of all the cards I wish it was not printed, would be this guy here. Even Force of Negations, okay, but Plague Engineer is just ridiculous. Sling Gang Lieutenant, kind of reminiscent of Siege Gang Lieutenant. Smiting Helix, it's a Lightning Helix as a flashback cost, kind of like that Time Twister. Yeah, the Amazua's Charm for the Jitte. It's got the same modes as Jitte does. Iron Earth. This is really strong here. One day this will do some work in Legacy, not Legacy Modern, but who knows. Yawgmoth, very popular Commander card. Actually, this is an example of a card that's really popular in Commander and in constructed formats, because there's the Yawgmoth deck in Modern. Just like our friend Urza is a good crossover of Commander and Modern and Legacy, other Eternal formats. Oh, Aria of Flame. I love this card. This is good for Storm decks, because Storm decks usually use the graveyard, but once the graveyard's gone, this gives you a backdoor way of winning without the graveyard. Fist of Flames. I wonder if that's a reprint. I feel like this is a reprint from somewhere else, but it's good in Feather decks. Force of Rage. Like, I don't know what it does. Make some dudes. Who cares? Goblin Engineer. You got another Goblin Welder. So this is very good in the Legacy Painter deck. I really haven't seen this bust out in the Modern yet. Goblin Matron. I still haven't seen this bust out in Modern. This is an historic here. Lava Dart, one of the very impactful cards of the Prowess deck. 1 mana, deal 1. So before Modern Horizons 2 rotates everything out, like you have to do the Lava Dart check. Can your deck survive Lava Dart, getting flashback, getting Lava Dart twice? Like Infect, no, probably not. Humans, you get Noble Hierarch, Champion Parish, Thalia's Lieutenant, Thalia itself. Lava Dart would just be like bam, 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 just kill them all. And the Prowess decks, sometimes they have extra lands, can stack a mountain and flashback Lava Dart. So Lava Dart kind of super impactful in Modern, just as impactful as any other rare. You have Pashlik Mons of Mons Goblin Raiders from the original set, so that got a card. Pillage from Alliances got card. So it was really cool. Reckless Rage, I have that in my Feather deck. You get Seasoned Pyromancer. It's young Pyromancer growing up. Of course, growing up to Mythic. Shenanigans, some more Dredge cards. It's funny, like, before they're like, oh, we don't want to print any more Dredge cards, but now they're like getting close. They're like printing some Dredge cards. The next set has Storm cards. Oh my god, I can't believe they would dare to reprint Storm cards. There will be a banned Storm card. Yeah, so you got a bunch of red cards. Seasoned Pyromancer is one that's been in Modern. Pillage. Here you got Ayula, Queen Among Bears. Finally, legendary bear. That's a bear. So that's cool. Collector Oof. I think this is a really good card. Very good in Commander, very good in Legacy, Modern. And I really like this card because it's a symmetrical effect. Activated abilities of artifacts can't be activated. It's like a null rod on a stick. And I like the symmetrical effect because it affects you too. I've seen a lot of Commander games where they play Collector Oof and try to activate their own Soul Ring, and it's like, no. Your Collector Oof is blocking you. So this is good. Then you got Deep Forest Hermit. This is the card that's really good to squirrels because it makes squirrels based on Deranged Hermit. Deranged Hermit is a reserveless card, so bam, bam. Force of Vigor. This isn't really much of a thing in Modern, but in Legacy and Vintage, man, this is a powerhouse. This is insane. Force of Vigor. And I think this is a really good card in Commander too. I put in some Commander decks, but I don't have it in all Commander decks. Hex Drinker. This is a little mini Progenitus. Line War Tribe, Triple Line Wars, Elves. It's a lot of cool callbacks. I just really love this set for all the callbacks and such. The power level was pretty high, right? You got more squirrels nest, so they seeded some squirrels for next set. Here, Spore Frog's in there. That's a good Commander card. Regrowth came back. I think Regrowth at one point was either banned or restricted in Vintage. It was crazy, but it's back. Scale up, good for Infect, but now the Phyrexian, who cares? They're gonna get destroyed by Plague Engineer. Nimble Mongoose. The Goose is Loose. This used to be really good in Legacy. Now, unplayable, any format. Unbound Flourishing. This is definitely an EDH card for Hydra's Expel. Right there, Wall Blossoms came in. That is a reprint. I love that when I played back in the day. Aladomri's Call is here. Collected Conjurings, like a collected company for spells. More slivers. The first sliver, this is definitely an EDH card. Definitely CEDH card with Food Chain. First sliver had that in foil too. It was pretty neat. Hogak. This card, no one knew how powerful this card was, but man, this is a free spell. This thing broke Modern. It's very playable in Legacy. And in Commander, I've never seen it as Commander since Game Nights, so that's Hogak. Ice Vein Kotal. This is very good flash. Not fully Death Touch, but flash flying. Very good in Snow decks. Ingenious Infiltrator. This is good in my Legacy Ninja deck. Kess, of course, first reprinting in non-foil. Kazgal. This is actually really good in Esper Control in Modern there. Right there. Ren 6 banned in Legacy, of course, with Wasteland. Like, you can never play your land. So good. It's okay in Modern, but if Wasteland ever went to Modern, oh my god, Ren 6 would be banned right away. Astrolabe. It's just too powerful for what it does. It's banned in Legacy, banned in Modern. Like, can you believe this? Like, you would think, looking through this whole binder, like, you'd be like, okay, there's gonna be some cards banned, but you would never think Astrolabe would be banned. But yet here we are. Astrolabe banned, Legacy, Ren 6 banned. Altar of Dementia is a really good card. I think that was in the Hogak deck, of course, when Hogak got banned. where they had 2 swords, 2 red. No, they're not red swords. The Rakdos sword and the Azorius sword. They have 1 more sword in Modern Horizons 2, so maybe the last 2 swords will be in Modern Horizons 3. They have Mox Tantalite, so a suspend Mox just like Lotus Bloom. They finished the Talisman cycle. I wish they reprint the allied color talismans, because some have not been reprinted ever. Universal Automation, not Automaton. Actually, Universal Automaton. A very insane card. It goes in almost any deck if you need like a very cheap card, very cheap 1/1. Good for ninjas, good for pirates, good for whatever. I put this in a lot of decks. Got the Cycle Lands, helps dredge in Modern. We have the Horizon Canopy cycle. It's so weird to have a cycle of 6, and they're missing the ally ones. And I can't wait for ally ones to come in, but these are very strong in Commander, like extremely strong. I think most strong in Commander, but still strong in Modern and everything. I think once the ally ones come in, it'll be super strong. Of course, the fetch land, Prismatic Vista. This is insane. I think this would be above fetch lands because it's so rare. It's been reprinted once in Zendikar Rising Expedition, but this is very good. Very, very good. Terramorphic Expanse. You just get your land untapped. More of the Horizon lands here. Of course, they have finally the full art snow-covered lands and Flusterstorm. This has not had an impact, but with Strixhaven, it might. Who knows? Then with this collection, they had. So the reason I have these 3 here is there's a rip right here, if you can see. I'm not sure. So I guess these 3 are printed together, and there's a printer line right here, just like a huge. Let me see if I can just take this out, zoom in. See this giant line right there? So these 3, I had 3 different packs, but they have essentially the line goes right through them. So it must got crinkled somehow. Like if you see Ayula right there. So I think these were next to each other, and the cutter just cut here with this. Of course, it had to happen on an expensive card called Prismatic Vista. I can always contact Wizards of the Coast and get a refund. So you can see that line right there. So it's bam, bam, bam. I thought it was just kind of fun just to have that, even though Prismatic Vista is a valuable card. Got additional Ayula's influence. This is like a Seismic Assault or something. I don't need an extra one. They had foil tokens. I didn't have all the foil tokens, but they have a bunch of foil tokens here. They just reprinted. That's pretty cool in foil. Here, of course, this is a set right before they had the full art, more art tokens. So I'm kind of sad that it's like they had this in foil, and everybody collected the foil tokens, and they had the foil tokens in the next core set 2020. Of course, this is the first time they had the art cards. I collected all the art cards. You see Urza, Yawgmoth, Umaza's Charm right there, Pashtukmons, got Matron, Sisei, Endling. See all Morophon, Slivers, Echo Vaeons, Ephemerate. So you see all the cool art cards. Hogak, of course, the 2 swords, Prismatic Vista, Astrolabe. And then I have some more mythics. I did collect a full playset of this, which I will not be doing for Modern Horizons 2 because I do not want 4 first slivers like I have. I have like 4, 2 here, and then 1 here. So I do not need 4 slivers. Yes, my Ranger Captain of Eoses are in the deck. My Echo Vaeons are in the deck. That's why I have these marked. These are in EDH decks. Yeah, I don't need a playset of Modern Horizons 2 because it's mostly Commander. I'm saying the legendaries are Commander cards, and the mythics are Commander cards, and they have another mythic free pitch spells. So they've learned. They should have put this at mythic. They would have sold tons more packs, I guess. But now their free spells, Modern Horizons 2, are at mythic. So, yep, this is Modern Horizons 1. Some banned cards in there, some very powerful cards. Like if you're sitting across the table with this commander here, Urza, you're just like grumbling, oh my god, the Winter Orb's coming. Anyways, that is my summary of Modern Horizons 1. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. But if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to get alerted for new videos. I have my TCGplayer affiliate link in the description below if you want to help support the channel. And as always, Have a wonderful day.